With all the talk in 2023 surrounding stealths, paradigms, G430s and even the occasional Aerojet, there are a certain set of clubs which I think are still sneaking under the radar as the best golf clubs of 2023. And guys, spoiler alert, it's none of what I've just mentioned, and I don't think any of you are gonna guess it. These things are absolutely brilliant, so much so you could even say the perfect. Stay tuned guys, I'll explain exactly what they are, I'll explain exactly who they are beneficial for, pretty much everyone. Guys, hit that subscribe button, we're so close to 250,000, I'd love you to be a part of it. They're so good, so good. I didn't even hit that good. And one of the things that I absolutely love about these clubs is just how under the radar they've gone, because marketing wise, you probably wouldn't even know they've been released. And that's probably the problem, a big problem. You see, first tee shots just don't come any better than that. And you see, this is a prime example of where these irons really do come into their own. I've got 135 yards downhill but into the wind, and although these irons are very, very forgiving, spoiler alert, I don't want to show them you just yet. They're also very, very versatile. I can play shots that I want to play with them. So are they pretty much perfect? Let's see how close we can get here. They're not Titleist, they're not TaylorMade, they're not Ping, they're not Callaway, they're not Mizuno, they're not PXG. What does that leave left, you ask? I mean, that felt absolutely gorgeous. That turf interaction is absolutely perfect. And that one is about 15 feet away for a birdie. You see, turf interaction for me is absolutely vital, and if that's what you can have on a nice dry summer's day leading to a green in regulation, then these things could well be perfect. Guys, I'm of course talking about the Wilson D9 Forged irons, and these actually get brought up in so many comments. Whenever I do the top 5 irons, whenever I talk about any set of kind of forgiving cavity back yet players irons, everyone always comments about the Wilson D9s. Now, why exactly is that? Well, for me, I think people like the idea of an underdog, and I think people like the idea that these clubs are pretty much half the price of some better marketed clubs, I think we can say. We definitely can't say better clubs, we can't say bigger brands, because Wilson is one of the biggest sporting brands in the world, be it in the golf world, the tennis world, the basketball world, and any other world that involves a round ball, pretty much. Most regulation of par you'll ever see, with a set of irons that you can get now for sub £750. Annoyingly, the putter that I just used to miss that birdie putt with costs, well, more than half of the full set of irons. Okay. And the 4-iron that I hit off the first tee, I absolutely love just how much technology is jam-packed into this head. You see, not only do we have that beautiful sleek cavity back design with minimal offset and a nice mid-top line, I think you can say, but it also features an asymmetrical power hole arrangement. Now that is designed just to increase contact time on the face and also help you generate a little bit more ball speed on those off-centre hits, which is why the first shot of the day I didn't catch that well, but still went pretty much the perfect yardage for me for a 4-iron. Now let's see just how versatile these are, and by see just how versatile they are, I mean let me prove to you how versatile these are. So I'm going to hit a low shot, then a high shot with this 4-iron. We're off the floor, and as I said, it's certainly not a sleek thin top line, and it's certainly not a no minimal offset kind of iron, but it's jam-packed in the middle, which I think would suit so many golfers. We're into the wind here, so the low shot probably will be more beneficial. Just get chasing round that corner like that. Like, to be able to hit that shot with a forgiving iron is downright cheating. You should not be able to do it. The ball should kind of rise up. That's perfect positioning. And did I mention how good these look as well? I think I would strongly rate these as some of the best looking irons as well. Huge fan of that big numbering on the toe that's just a little bit offset. For me, bag appeal wise, these are pretty hard to beat. Right, now to hit a high one, we're going to aim at the same place and see just how much difference there is in distance. That really is astounding. Like, I know these irons are good, that's exactly why I've done this video, but every time I bring them out I think they get better and better and better. I actually lent these to Gary Martin, the PGA professional who I do a lot of work with. Me and Gary are really close friends. Sort of. And he didn't want them in the bag. He said they looked like they had too much offset, the top line was a bit thick, and I was like, Gary, really? And I thought, well, why haven't I got them in the bag? And then I can't really answer that. That's the problem. So guys, that's 2 shots straight down the middle of the fairway, and one massive factor of these flights, the right hand ball was the low shot, the left hand ball the high shot. The left hand ball's gone just as far, if not further off of the tee, because it's still got a wonderful penetrating ball flight. But then not everybody wants to be messing around with different trajectory ball flights. We have about 180 yards here. I will move that little bit of rubbish from behind the ball. That would have dropped spin a little bit. I'm just going to try and hit a nice mid-flighted 8-iron. So the 8-iron doesn't feature the asymmetrical power holes because you don't necessarily want them on the shorter irons. You want more control with them. So you'll see a lovely cleaner, sleeker bottom edge here, which does look, again, it just looks gorgeous. They look brilliant. Even down to the grips that are on these and the shafts that's in them, it's all a yes from me. Be the club. Be the club. Oh, it's delightful. It really, really is delightful. So another shot that is about flag high here, and that really does go to show you just how good either my ball striking is or the level of forgiveness in these irons is. I'll let you guys be the judge of that, because I very much doubt it's down to my ball striking. Another birdie opportunity though. The plan is to try and get under par here. We've got a par 3 coming up next. Can we roll this in? Oh, it slid by again. But it's the easiest regulation par golf you will ever see. Nearly. So the final port of call for me with these irons is just to explain how good they are at dispersion as well. So I'm going to hit you 3 shots on this beautiful par 3, mainly because last time I did this test, I actually hold one with a set of Cobra Forge techs. But I'm going to just put 3 normal golf swings on these. I'm not going to try and draw them, not going to try and fade them, just hit them nice and straight towards a 150-yard flag and see just how consistent we can be. For the score, we're going to take the worst ball. So we're going to have to hit 3 pretty good shots to get under par for the video. Okay, it's a pretty excellent start. Be good. Sit. 1 down. Hopefully these 3 shot traces will all look the same. Identical. Flag is on the left side, so we're not doing too bad so far. And the final shot, come on. Okay, I'm going to play all 3 of those shot traces back. Guys, let's play a game of spot the difference, because I personally can't, which is exactly what I want if I have a set of irons that I need to know where they're going to go. So guys, as you can see, we have 1 just short but a nice little birdie putt, 1 just long but a nice birdie putt, and 1 that's come just to the left hand side, so not a bad grouping realistically. We need to chip this in to get under par for the video. It's not a bad start though. If you were to start your round like this, I've duffed that, but it could work very well. No. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do check out the Wilson D9 forged irons if you are in the market. I'd give myself that, but I think we will see it in. Thank you so much for watching. See you all the same time tomorrow. That is level par. These would have been better.